how did you go from that one restaurant? What was the next step? Because I always think growth is so interesting.
It really is. I'm fascinated with the business part of it. I'm a horrible operator.
Okay.
You know, I'm the entrepreneur, I'm the recipe creator. I'm the strategist, really.
Sure.
And the marketing. But you know, you put me inside those four walls every day, you just shoot me in the head. You know,
It's tough. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mess up things all the time because I move them around. But I was fascinated with we put together a concentric business model to grow. You know, just using Winter Park. We said, all right, here's our core. And if you look at that core, you know, it's same with you. You know, your brand strength emanates out, okay, concentrically.
Sure.
And the farther it goes away, imagine the color of that circle fading. So the strategy, the thought was, well, can we go within the circle, okay, far enough away so we don't cannibalize our own market, but where my brand is recognized, and try and kind of see if we can leverage that.
Sure.
And so we chose Winter Garden. And actually, a little known fact, Winter Springs was supposed to be our second location. And Advent came in and took the site that I was going after. Yeah. And then we ended up at Winter Garden. And the joke was, you're just going to winter cities, you know, when you're doing this. But and everyone told me what a terrible location, terrible market, you know, it's out in the boonies, so-and-so. But I looked at the demographic projections. I'm like, no, man, you're crazy. Winter Garden is, especially right on 50.
Sure.
And then they said, oh, you need to be on Dillard Street and so-and-so. Now, once we did it, again, you just put your head down and you got to trust your gut. Once you have one down, okay, you got your procedures. Actually, you know what happened was probably about 4 or 5 months into it, I used to be the carver, and I hired an operating partner, and Jeff. And so he would always be next to me, or he'd be running the kitchen. And it was one busy day coming up, and I said, hey, you know what? I got to run to Costco. We're out of something. He kind of looks at me and says, okay. And I left him during lunch. And I came back and didn't say anything. And the next day I'm there carving. He's like, where'd you go yesterday? I said, I had to go to Costco. And he says, what'd you buy? I said, I didn't buy anything. He said, what'd you do? I said, I walked around for like 2 hours, nervous as can be. He says, why did you do that? I looked at him. I said, Jeff, if I'm here working and carving every day, we will never grow.
Sure.
I have to be able to leave the building and trust that it can be run and just exactly like I would do it today. And it was just slowly. It was a slow process,
sure.
And every week just a little bit farther. And what it afforded me the opportunity to do was go and find locations. You ever hear that analogy of a submarine captain? In the submarine, you got the periscope, right? You got two main guys. You got the captain, you got the CO. Well, the captain, his job is to look in the periscope, and what he's doing, he's looking out to the future. He's looking at the horizon, and he's determining, okay, where am I going to go to get there before my enemy or my competition, okay? The CO's job is down. They're pushing all the buttons, making sure everything is working all right. You can't do both. If you're looking up, and if you're gone, then who's running the show? And if you're looking down, then who's watching for your growth?
Sure.
And that's one of the most important things about growth is you got to be able to duplicate yourself. We have a thing with every one of our GMs. They literally every year they have to name who's going to replace them. Oh, really? And they pick them, and it's their job to pour into them. But we always have a redundancy plan, and what it does is that gives them ownership. Growth. Yeah, 100%.
Ownership, growth, and potential.
Yeah, people like
which is the hardest thing, I think, right now, because for me, I'm one store, I'm going for my second one, but when you start growing in numbers, the potential is there for growth, but when does it continue, and how do you continue that centrifuge? How did you build that?
I tell you, it's all the marketing power that you have here. It's very, very, very difficult. I've not seen anybody do it. Maybe Chick-fil-A. Sure. The farther you go away. Sure. And to us, it's evident in AUVs and sales. The farther away we go, it drops off people. People work for people, and people buy from people. And business is a relationship. It's a relationship that you have with the market and with your customers, and they associate with you. They want to. They love the brand, and when they wear your hat or wear your shirt,
they want to talk to you.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
want to talk to you. They want to see
Absolutely.
you at the store. They want to come visit.
Yeah.
I mean, I get texts still like, "Hey, you're gonna be at the store at this time?" I'm like, "No, unfortunately, I can't."
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's hard when you know, going from 1 to 2, when you open your, well, you had a second
Well,
one
yeah,
for
I
a while.
had a second one, and I messed up. I mean, I went into an area too early.
Yeah.
I think, and you know, I think the location changed while I was there, and everybody moved north of 417, and then COVID happened.
Yeah, you have to make mistakes to grow.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I think that's
You
important.
have to, and you have to be willing to take that risk, or else you can't grow. What do they say? That the biggest risk in your life is to unwillingness to take any risk.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm gonna sit here till you subscribe. Hello? Subscribe.